Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and we are back with part 2 of our Halloween decks. I got quite a few here, so without further ado, let's get into it. So the next deck I have is the Hocus Pocus Tarot by Inside Editions, Minerva Siegel, the whole thing. I love, look at the inside of that, that's pretty. It's the Virgin Candle. Great book, great cardstock. I like the backs. It is a pip deck, partial pip deck, which I actually prefer on these decks. Not prefer, but I like them. It doesn't bother me. A lot of people it bothers. Don't know why that's upside down. That's the tower. That's the second deck I've showed today in various videos, because this is like my 6th video today that had the tower upside down. That's weird. But I forgot when I showed the other 2 in the previous video. I'm like, oh, I have a 3rd one now, so I forgot it was in there. But it's a beautiful deck. I love the coloring. I just watched part 2, which was awesome, of this movie. That's 29 years apart from the original. But there's images in this that like that. Of course, this is from the original. But I love the deck. It's cute. Yeah. And that's my favorite card in there, the High Priestess. She's singing to the children. Yeah. Beautiful. And then she's in the salt circle. Here she's turning to stone. She's the chariot on the vacuum cleaner. Love it. And then the Hierophant is the book, which is awesome. Nope. Okay. So that is the Hocus Pocus Tarot. Beautiful. I just got this. It just came out last month. September, October, something like that. I don't know. Here we go. Next, we have the Tarot de la Nuit, published by Los Scarabero. This is a more darker vampire-y style deck. Beautiful. Beautiful cards. Beautiful. Very dark and twisty. I love that. 6 of Cups. Very dark vampire-y. Love it. That's the extra card. Don't know why it's shuffled in. It's like an Alice in Wonderland style right there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Gorgeous deck. She's got a skull there. Oh, that light just keeps getting in the way. That is the Tarot de la Nuit. I've had this for quite a while. It's beautiful. I love it. It reads fantastic. And then we have, it just came out this year, the matching Oracle, the De La Nuit Oracle, published again by Los Scarabero. This is basically every fairy tale. Same kind of backs. They're more blue than purple. This is a Little Mermaid, just a dark version of it. It's every fairy tale you've ever heard, just a dark, twisted version of it. They may look like normal cards. They are not. They're dark, twisty, and I love it. And they go fantastic with the tarot deck. Fantastic. Beautiful. Beautiful artwork in this deck. So that is the De La Nuit Oracle. Okay, next we have the Antique Anatomy, of course, by Claire Goodchild. Comes with a little book. I etched it in like this red wine color. And I'll go back down in here because, yeah, that light's less. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Beautiful cards. I love it. This is my first ever pip deck. But I love it. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. And your Halloween staple would not be complete without this deck, I think. It's beautiful. And I love it. So that's the Antique Anatomy. Oh. Next. I'm trying to open it. Shadowhunters Tarot. It's based on the movie Shadowhunters. Not Shadowhunters. Immortal Instruments. Yeah. They made it into a TV show. I love this deck. Haven't really used it. Everything's renamed. But it's all the every card is the character from the show, the movie. And I love it to pieces. I think it's cool. I love the limited color palette on it. It's really cool to have as a Halloweeny nostalgic deck for this time of year. Okay. Speaking of my other nostalgic Halloweeny type deck, the Fever Tarot. It is based on by Kara Marie Moning. It is based on a series I have, a book series I have by Kara Marie Moning called the Fever series. If you have not read this series, it is amazing. And I just happened to run across a matching tarot deck. The cards are humongous. These are the backs. I saw this, I'm like, I need it. I need it in my life. It's very dark, very twisty, very, some of the images are exactly what I had pictured in the books when I was reading them. So I thought that was pretty cool. But it is very dark. They're huge cards. The tower just keeps showing itself to me today. Look at that moon. Gorgeous. But it's a gorgeous deck. Gorgeous coloring. If I never use this, it'd be cool just to know that I have it because it's based on one of my favorite series of books. So that's pretty cool. That is more of a Halloweeny deck too, because it's witches and warlocks and fays and dark fairies and like super dark fae. Beautiful. Beautiful. Next we have Mausolea Oracle of Souls, Low Scare Barrel. This is one I could go back and forth on between just a fall deck and a Halloween deck, but I tend to use it just for Halloween. It's got the Death card, Ferryman, Lilith. It's got all the characters. It's a very small deck though, but it is on Amazon for like 12, 15 bucks. So that's a pretty cool deck. So Mausolea Oracle of Souls Oracle deck. And we have collection that would not be complete without the Zombie Tarot. It's amazing. It's one of my favorites. I use it every year. It's the backs. I love the cardstock. The only thing that's changed is the pentacles are the hazards in this. That's the world on fire. I love this deck so hard, so much. It's a beautiful deck. It gets used quite often, even if it's not Halloween. This is probably one Halloween deck I use all the time. If I ever need a good laugh, this is the deck I pull out because it just makes me laugh so hard, and I love it. Love it. Next we got Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, published by Blue Angel. Everybody's got this deck, I feel like, because everybody knows it's orange. Everybody knows. Beautiful. It's a beautiful deck. It's one of them decks you have to have in your staple. It's awesome. It needs to be there. It's amazing. And that's all I have to say about that. I'm going through these pretty quickly because I really don't want to do a third video. And I'm getting down. I've got like 10 decks left. So we got Making Magic. It's Sigils. Priestess Moon. Rockpool Publishing. This little magnetic box. It literally is just sigils. And then little sayings for the sigils, and these are the backs. This has a bigger round version now, I think. I'm pretty happy with this one. And then we have the Moon Magic by Stacey DeMarco, published by Blue Angel, Rockpool. It's all about the moon. It's got quotes on the back. It's just little moon things here. Pretty cool. I like it, especially this time of year. Yeah. So that's cute. Just threw those in there. Little Halloweeny decks. Then we have Spirit Halloween tarot cards. It's probably one of the first Halloween decks I got. Backs. Got this at the Halloween store. It's very Halloweeny. And it's one of those fun little kitschy decks that I take to work to have people draw cards throughout the month of October. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So there's that. We have the Wisdom of the Night Oracle cards by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed. It's published by, don't tell me, Pastor House. I hate the corners. They're very sharp. I cut myself on them because they're not corner rounded. It's a silver gilding, but it is a beautiful, darker type of year, Halloween-y type deck. It's beautiful. And I'm not finding any Halloween cards right now. But it is a darker Halloween type deck. And I love it. It reminds me a lot of the Halloween Oracle, actually. That is the Wisdom of the House of Night. They are all witches and stuff, so that makes sense. Haunted House Tarot. Tarot Haunted House. Lo Scarabero. Comes a little white book. These are the backs. I love this deck because it tells a story in each suit. Each suit has its own little story. Beautiful deck. I use it quite often this time of year. One of my main stays that I use this time of year. I keep choking today. Crazy. So that is the Haunted House Tarot. Or Tarot of the Haunted House. And then we have Jack-O-Lantern Tarot by Lo Scarabero. I got this last year. I got this at Walmart.com because they had it was cheaper, and I edged it in this red color, or orangey red. These are the backs. I forgot I edged this. It's pretty and bright, and everybody's like, oh, it's such a dark deck. I'm like, I don't feel that way at all. Everything is bones, but it's cool. I just think it's cool. This is like this other world that you step into, and you're like, oh, everything is skulls and their motif and their decorative stuff, or pumpkins, and I love it. It's so cute. So that is the Jack-O-Lantern Tarot. And I have done walkthroughs of all of these decks, so if you want to check them out, I have a playlist on my channel that's just walkthroughs. You can see the whole deck. Yeah, and then Walmart put this on a recurring charge. I got charged 3 times for this deck before I actually had it in my hand. I'm like, that's crazy. We have the Alchemy Tarot. 1977 England Tarot. This is a dark, dark deck. It's got like demons and all kinds of awful things for Halloween. Look at the backs. Skulls. It's awesome. It's one of those decks that you gotta love it. Just because it's, this is a mass market too. It's on Amazon for like 19 bucks. It's got dragons. It's got demons. It's got the devil. It's got weird things. She's chained to a skeleton of a dragon. It's cool, but it's also a pip deck. But I think you need those pips to be pips considering the rest of the deck. It's very, very dark. Very dark. I love, these are the wands Thorns. I don't know why that's the ones, but they're gorgeous. I love it. But I love it. So, and I haven't really used that just because I'm afraid of what people are going to say when they see how dark it is. But that's the 1977 Alchemy New England or England Tarot. It's cool. Very cool. Down to 4. Practical Magic Inner Witch Oracle by, it's the indie deck by Grounded by the Moon. This was a Kickstarter. Look at that edging. Gorgeous. It is based on Practical Magic Inner Witch, Practical Magic movie. We got the witch boots. We got midnight margaritas. We got all kinds of stuff in here. The phone booth, the phone tree, the blood bond, circle around the moon. There's a blood on the moon card. The beetle watch, the watch beetle. There's them two jumping off the roof. Blood on the moon. Midnight margaritas. This is an awesome deck. And I never thought I would have it in my collection, and now I do, and it's my precious. It's a gorgeous deck, and I love it. Okay, 3 left. And they're all Patrick Valencia decks. So this is the Royal Mischief by Patrick Valencia, US Games. This is a US Games deck. Playing cards. And I could totally see using every single deck. It's got this like gunmetal gray gilding. I love it. Could totally see using these decks, because these are all like different images. I could totally see using all of these decks together for Halloween. And his work is just like, I already showed the Deviant Moon in the previous video. I didn't even know this existed outside of his website, and then I just happened across it for $10 on Amazon. I'm like, I'm getting it, because I love his stuff. And then we have newest deck in his stuff, the Triumph della Luna Illustrated Pips Edition. And I got just a regular colored one. I have the Triumph della Luna Paradoxical Rose. But because I wanted one of these decks in the regular coloring, I got this one in the regular coloring, and I love it. And it's total Halloweeny to me. Could totally see this being paired with the Deviant Moon. I love it so hard. It's so funny. It's, again, one of those decks that just makes me laugh so hard. If I'm ever down in the dumps, I'm going to pull this deck out. It's cool. Love the coloring on it. I love it. Can't wait for the Oracle to come out. I think it's the Deviant Moon Oracle to match the Deviant Moon Tarot, and I'm so excited for that. So we're down to the last deck. This is the deck of his I've used, the deck that introduced me to Patrick Valencia's work. It's the deck that I have used the most of. I have the very tiny, teeny, tiny copy, and then I have this bigger copy. It is the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. I carry one or both of them with me at all times. I found when I got this deck that it's a very mediumistic reading deck, and it's kind of like my Ouija board in a card deck. Honestly, is how I feel, because I can connect with the dead very easily with this deck. And it's one of the few that I just know as soon as I pull a card, oh, this is for this, and this is for that, and whatever. And I love it. It's one of those decks I've always connected with immediately. It's the deck, like I said, that it got me started on his work. It's very simple images, very simple wording in it. You don't need a book to interpret what's going on, especially if you're intuitive. The intuitive hits just flow when I have this deck open. I've actually had asked it a question about my Wisdom of the Sacred Bee when I got it, the Oracle deck. I knew it was being shipped to me, and I pulled a card from this deck. It was, one of them was a bee, and one of them was a house, and I literally heard, it was like somebody whispered, the bee is at your house. And I got home, and it was in my mailbox, so it does other things too. So yeah, it's just a gorgeous deck, and I've always, like I said, I have the mini one that's never out of my purse, ever. It looks really jacked up because it never comes out of my purse. It gets banged around in there a lot, even though it's in a bag. And then I got this one, and I use this one all the time too. So that is all of my Halloween decks, guys. I had to do 2 videos to do them all. But that is all of them. I may have left 1 or 2 out. I don't know. I know I pulled the ones I had last year and the new ones from this year. So maybe not. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And you guys have a good night. Bye.